Hello guys, so welcome to this video. So this video is about what is cloud computing. So let's move into the video. So first I am going to explain what is this cloud computing using a definition that given by the NIST. So that means National Institute of Standard and Technology. So in here, what is cloud computing? So in definitions, you can see I have highlighted some words, ubiquitous, convenient, on demands likewise. So after reading these definitions, I am going to explain the each highlighted word one by one. So, cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. Okay, let's dive into this definition. So first they mentioned about what is this ubiquitous. So ubiquitous means simply it is available everywhere anytime. That means cloud services are available everywhere and anytime. So you can use cloud services from any devices in any location if you have internet connections. So this is what mean by ubiquitous. And then we have the convenient. So convenient means it is very easy to use, it is simple and user friendly. So if you have used the AWS website, AWS management console, you know it is very easy to use. So because of what, because of why, because the customers are not going to install the host operating systems, they are not going to maintain, manage the physical servers. Instead of that, cloud providers are going to install host operating systems, maintain and manage these hardware components, these servers. So that is why we call this cloud computing is very easy to use. And then another word is on demand. So on demand is a very important thing. The people, this is the reason, on demand is the reason why people are moved from traditional computing to the cloud computing. So because on demand is you get computing resources whenever you need them instantly without waiting. So in traditional computing, if you need more servers, you have to go to the shop and you have to purchase them, and you have to purchase the license, and you have to transport that physical server to the your company, and then you have to do some network part, and then you have to install host operating systems. Likewise, you have a lot of work to do when you have a traditional computing environment. So it is going to take longer time. So but in on demand, but in cloud computing, because of on demand, if you need computing resources right now, like if you need virtual servers, databases and more storage right now, so if you get computing resources whenever you need them, so if you need them right now, you can get them within 2-3 minutes instantly without waiting. So this is the main reason why people choose cloud computing, because of on demand. So because of this is very fast. And then shared pool. So shared pool means these cloud providers are share these resources in this pool among the customers. So in this resource pool, in this shared pool, we have the servers, containers, databases, as well as functions, applications, services, security things, networks, likewise everything in here. Everything's are in this shared pool. So cloud providers are share these resources among the customers. And another thing is they mentioned about rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So that means if you need a virtual server, you can start up a server less than 1 minute. So that is what mean by rapidly provisioned. And and also it can be rapidly released. So that means if you want to shut down the server less than 1 minute, you can shut down the server, and with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So that means you don't have to do the heavy works like installing the host operating system, fix the hardware errors, hardware maybe maybe there are hardware problems, you don't have to fix them, you don't have to manage servers, you don't have to manage data centers, you don't have to worry about the cooling system in your servers, because cloud computing, cloud providers are using those. Cloud providers are worried about that, and they are doing for these fix hardware things, and they are going to manage our physical servers. So now I think you have an idea about what is this cloud computing. So cloud computing is a model for enabling ubiquitous. That means cloud computing services can be accessed from anywhere if you have an internet connection, and it is convenient. That means cloud computing resources using cloud computing is very easy. And on-demand network access. That means if you need resources right now, IT resources right now, then within 2-3 minutes you can get that. So network access to a shared pool. So you know what is the shared pool of a configurable computer resources that can be rapidly processed. That means quickly set up. You can quickly set up and release with minimal management effort or service provider interaction. So in here we are talking about 5 essential characteristics of cloud computing. So first one is on-demand self-service. So that means users can get resources automatically without human interaction. In traditional computing, indeed you need the human interaction, human help to set up the servers in your server rooms. But when you are using the cloud computing, without human interaction, you can get resources automatically. And the second one is broad network access. So that means services are available over the internet and accessible from anywhere. So this already we have discussed. So if you have internet in any location, you can use the cloud computing services. And then resources pooling. So resource pooling means providers share resources across multiple customers. Now customers are sharing the same resources. So actually in here, when we consider about customers are sharing the same resource, so that means there is a risk in there, the security issue in there. So I like to discuss about this cloud security in upcoming videos. So resource pooling means providers share resources across multiple customers. And then rapid elasticity. So that means resources can be scaled up or down quickly. So if you can remember, if you saw my previous video that why we need cloud computing, so you if you can see that again, so you have an idea that in traditional computing the rapid elasticity. So in if you want to scale up your from two servers to three servers, it's gonna take some time. But when you use the cloud computing, you can scale up or down very quickly within 2-3 minutes. And the fifth one is the very important one, measured service. That means you pay only for what you use. That means if you are using virtual servers for 3 hours, then you are going to build for only for these 3 hours. So if you shut down the service, then you are not going to build for that one. So that is the very important and very considerable point in here, because when newly updaters are there, when newly IT resources, IT services are there, every company considering the handling the cost. So when you are considering the cost, this is a cloud computing is very much benefit for you. So that's it. Thank you very much.